Hi, guys. Hope you're having a great morning. It's Fred and Sheila with Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures and FS Investigates.
Hey guys, we're kind of getting used
Good
to this
morning.
now. You'd think so after what, 5, 6, 700 videos.
Yeah.
Guys, it's going to be an interesting video, we think. This is a telephone conversation that we had with Chris
Proudfoot.
Proudfoot. Been about a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't advertise it. We taped it
Right.
when we did it, but we didn't advertise it or anything like that. We hadn't even thought about it anymore until the Jaden case and people started up again about Sebastian.
Yeah.
Wanting us to join the search. A lot of people didn't know that we had joined the search way back. We've been there and done that.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be another one of them cases that we think the police is going to have to solve. We think somebody's going to have to help solve it. We think the perpetrator or perpetrators are going to have to help solve this case. Now, we had contacted, we're going to play you a tape recording.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long tape recording of a telephone conversation Sheila and I had
with Chris Proudfoot.
Yeah. Go ahead, babe.
We had contacted him. Somebody had shared our video with him, I think, but we had contacted him to see if they would do an interview with us, and we didn't get a response the first time. I think it went to voicemail or something, and then a little bit after that, he called, and so it was a very long conversation, and we'll play that whenever you would like to get started. But it was interesting.
That will come up. We're going to play you the entire, and I'm not going to interrupt like I do sometimes, especially on Fred McCoy 40, my channel. I won't interrupt. I'll let it play in its entirety. And if you want to stick around afterwards, Sheila and I will go over some things that we picked up on it, we think. And
Okay.
You know, a lot of people don't know our channel. They don't know what our qualifications, if we have any qualifications. You know, our main qualification anymore is right
Lord.
there.
Good Lord.
The good Lord. That's the only qualification we need.
Right.
But Sheila, we both retired. Me with 40 years as a police officer. Sheila with 28 years with the Board of Education.
Mm-hmm.
She went back. She retired, but she went back to substitute teaching this last year.
Yep, I said.
And retire and hopefully just travel and do videos. But that's our extent of. And we started out investigating Hatfield McCoy history to show people all the things that was incorrect in it, and somehow we got on other things. So
yeah,
once again, getting a lot of comments on Sebastian, so we thought we'd go back and visit it.
Yeah, we had a lot of people to ask us if we had ever thought about doing a video on Sebastian, which we had done, but now we're going to play the conversation that we had.
He's of course, he's been missing since February the 26th.
Yeah.
This is not going to be your normal video, as we're going to play the taped conversation. Now, we know we keep mentioning that, but we're going to play you one other one before we do that.
Okay.
And then about right here, Sheila is going to post, is it legal? Is it legal to tape somebody on the telephone in Tennessee or Kentucky, or a lot of states have the same laws nowadays pertaining to that? And
I'll post that there so they can read that for themselves.
Read that about right now. We've got a disclaimer on this video, because this video here, when we talked to Chris Proudfoot, we were looking for an interview. And like Sheila and I said, when we were looking for Jaden and hollering at Jaden's mother and stepfather across the, hey, Josh, hey, we got something we want to run by you.
Right.
We didn't holler out and say, hey, did you guys kill Jaden? We didn't holler out all these accusations.
No.
Or they're not going to talk to us. And that's the same way we did on this phone conversation. We were very nice. He was very nice.
Actually, he was.
But we didn't get on that. We asked them, people saying this, people saying that. How can they say that with no proof? How can they? We're going to give you a platform for you and Katie to talk to us. And we've got some questions for you. We don't care to send you the questions in advance.
Yep.
We were trying to get them in there. I ain't going to say reel them in, but we were trying to convince him that we're fair. We're not going to come on there and call you a
milk cow
or accuse you. Yeah,
Right.
We're not going to come on there and accuse you
right.
with no proof. But so we're going to put a disclaimer here.
Right.
Everything we say is allegedly speculation for entertainment. It's our opinion. It's hypothetical.
Yep. And views that we express on our own.
Is our own.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not responsible. We're simply fishing. We're fishing for information. We don't care where we fish at. We don't care whose pond we fish in.
That's what I was thinking.
Why didn't you say it?
Because you were talking about fishing, so I was thinking pond. So
we don't care whose pond we fish in. We don't care who we insult. That's not our goal to insult anybody, but if the shoe fits, strap that puppy on and wear it. One viewer made a lot of sense. On our live that we did the other day, we remember the name because it's a special name. It's a funny name. And she wrote in another message, she said, don't go by my name. That's just my
handle.
Yeah, my handle. That I'm not really that way. But she made a good point. And she said, well, Katie said that she wanted to keep it in the news. Well, we're going to try to abide by what Katie and Chris want. If they want to keep it in the news, by George, let's keep it out there.
Okay.
And we think this video that we're going to play of the phone conversation and what we want police officers, the FBI, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, all these people, JLR, crime,
True Hidden
Crime lady,
Law and Crime,
Elizabeth from Hillbilly Crimes. Any YouTubers out there. I don't know if Duty Ron covered this case or not. He probably did, but Duty Ron, all these people that's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, share it. Guys, once again, on mine and Sheila's videos, anybody's welcome to use anything, all or part. We don't care. We just want the things that we cover. We like to get the word out there. You don't have to ask permission. You do what you want. We're going to play this first video, babe.
Okay. All right. Just a second here. I'll put.
Keep searching. People keep looking. Keep searching. Keep looking. We keep putting up new flyers. I know a lot of places, they take them down after so long. We just keep going back and putting more up. I refer to my original request just to anyone that's willing. Don't let him become forgotten. Don't let him become lost in the next story. Not to supersede other children, because they all deserve just as much, if not more, attention, because all children do. But I would say just please don't let him become forgotten and lost, because we're never gonna stop. We're never gonna let that happen if we can help it. It's that we should.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, back here.
That's good. Please don't let him be forgotten. Don't let him be lost. Let's keep it in the news. Okay. Let's
there we go.
Help her with her wishes, a mother's wishes. You know, something that just hit me there when she was talking was, and this is not in our notes, we haven't even discussed it, but I know Sheila is too. As soon as I say this, I wonder if that poster that was in their yard when we passed by there last year, is still there, of Sebastian. I wonder if they've still got in their yard.
Oh, interesting.
We don't know. Hopefully they do.
Yeah.
And probably do. But
they probably
that's a good question, because she was talking about how they stay up for so long and people take them down. A parent's yard the
That's
poster
great.
should remain up. I would have a banner out there. I would.
Yeah. Maybe a billboard.
Yeah. Why hang up posters? Katie said, let's hang up posters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to continue to hang up posters. Of course, they take them down after a while. Well, guys, posters are ancient. We now have the internet, social media. Guys, it's like, I seen on somebody's comment on somebody's page channel, and it said it was from Sarah Wims, 9025. I will tell you one thing. If my autistic son went missing, I wouldn't move. I'd be begging for interviews in print, on YouTube, TV, etc. That's
Wow,
us.
Yeah.
You're going to hear Sheila and I in this conversation with Chris Proudfoot. Proudfoot.
Yes.
Practically beg. Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
Practically beg. And that's why Sheila doesn't talk a lot, guys. Sheila's mainly here to keep me in line and make sure what I say is straight. But
well, with everything that we've got going on, we do have the internet now, and we do have the YouTube and X and
Twitter and all that
all
stuff.
those other things. I mean, that they could do interviews on that would help get the word out. Yeah.
Well, we actually begged. We're begging Chris.
Yeah.
To set it up with Katie, and he said, "I'm going to check with Katie. I'm going to ask Katie."
He said he would be open to it.
Katie's on here. Yeah.
Run it by her.
Katie's on here saying, please keep it going. Please keep it in the news. Please keep it out there. Well, we don't have but 25,000 subscribers, but we've got a whole lot of viewers. A whole lot of people view. They may not subscribe, but a lot of people views our videos. That comes through when you see your YouTube chart. We went 3 times, and finally the motor blew up on our vehicle. Actually, guys, we were doing a video on something else. Was it the lady that... It comes up in this... Yeah.
Talina Fields.
It comes up while we're talking to Chris in this conversation. And we tell him we'd come down there before. We went to Talina Fields, the lady that cooked her mother, murdered her mother and cooked her.
Yes. Beautiful.
And we talked about how our vehicle broke down. We had to put it in a garage, and it did. And it cost us like $350, $400. We got it out, and we got started towards Sebastian's again, towards Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Yep.
And we got on the Cumberland Parkway right there at I-65, and we broke down again. It blew up. Number 3 plug and coil out. Messed the motor up. They had stripped the plug and had to re-tap it.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Rethread it or something.
We had to buy a new motor.
Yeah. Y'all.
But the real stopper, even though our vehicle broke down, we got our vehicle fixed. And even though it broke down, that wasn't the real stopper from us from going to Tennessee. The real stopper was when Chris didn't get back to us.
Yeah.
I texted him a couple more times. He didn't get back. If you don't care, show those texts.
Okay.
Show the text message. Show anything we got.
But they started filing lawsuits.
They filed a lawsuit.
YouTubers, I guess.
At least one. And threatened more.
Other one's got I think it was like a cease and desist or something.
You're saying that you want coverage for Sebastian?
Yeah.
But you say you're going to sue people? Guys, listen, we realize no one should be harassed. But was that just an excuse? We don't know. On one hand, they say they want attention for Sebastian. On the other hand, they're filing suits. Now, with that said, nobody should be harassed. We don't think nobody should be harassed. But if my child's missing and you want to harass me, if harassing me gets my child back, I guess I'm just going to have to be harassed. No such thing as bad publicity. Good or bad, it was attention
He's still getting the attention.
for Sebastian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sheila and I talked with Chris on the phone. She's going to play that message now.
Yep. You'll
We're
hear
going to
that.
talk afterwards. We're not going to interrupt.
Yeah. We're just going to let you all hear what was said, and then we'll talk after that.
Sheila don't like it when I interrupt, stop, start back. I'm sure you all don't either. So I'll try to remember what we talked about. At the end, I've made some notes.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I interrupt, because I forget what people said
I
throughout.
understand.
Any of you police officers out there, especially that worked the case, had dogs, that
Mhm.
did anything at all when he gets on here talking, and
Yeah, he said there was like 18 dogs they had there.
when he gets on here talking, if you pick out anything that was said that it's not correct, bring it to somebody's attention, because we don't know. We don't know what he said, what he didn't. So she's going to play that video right here.
Mm-hmm.
Knew that it was you when it rang. We don't answer. I always let it go to voicemail. And I seen Nashville, and I told Sheila, I said, Chris,
Yep.
what about that?
He just told me
Thanks for calling us, pal.
You're welcome, sir.
Thanks for calling us. I hope we're right, but we think you and Katie's been treated wrongly. We've been watching some of these videos and some of these people that's doing these shows, and until people's proven to have done something or something like that, there's so many rumors out there, and how do you defend against it? And we wanted to be able to maybe sit down and talk to you all one day. I'm a 40-year retired police officer, and I've solved a few cases in my day, but Sheila and I, we found this body a while back. We're both retired, and we found this shooter on I-75 that had shot those 5 people, and it took us 6 days, and I just had a total change in my Christian life. Yep. And when I started on this Sebastian, people started texting us to say, check on Sebastian. We wasn't familiar with it, and then the more we start checking, the more I see that I used to use the F-bomb myself. I used to use some language, and I used to be real outspoken and tell people, you remind me of myself, and unless people's been accused of something, or how would they react? So anyway, our thing is that we're just, me and Sheila just want to see if someday we could chat with you and Katie, and we don't have to have no cameras or nothing else. We just want to be able to sit down and see if we can help some way, at least to clear up some of the misconceptions that people has.
You know, it's honestly, it just gets to the point where everybody has said so much. We just, that's why we've kind of pushed away from the public eye and talking and getting out there. It's just,
I mean,
I'll give you what I can. There's some things I can't give you.
Understandable.
That's law enforcement asks us not to.
Sure.
That's understandable.
Sure.
Yes, you would be correct as far as us physically being out in the woods with everybody in the initial days and all this about searching. Law enforcement said, we do not want you out. We do not want you getting in the middle of it, because if something comes about and we need to talk to you or get a hold of you, we know where to find you. Now,
makes sense. That
was said to all 3 parents, Seth, Katie, and myself. And we did exactly what they asked.
Sure.
Seth he's a grieving father. He's upset. He's missing his son. You know, I'm not going to speak for how he feels. I'm not going to try to explain why or what he is doing, why he's doing what he's doing. I don't know. when it comes to Katie and myself, we've literally listened to everything that law enforcement says as. And it doesn't matter what it is. Like if they want something, they send me a message, send Katie a message, and they get it.
Sure.
I mean, it's not even a question. You know, I mean, if you want something, what do you want? Come get it.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll bring it to you. Whatever it is, I don't care. You know, I mean, we've been like that since day one. And it's a constant battle with people. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
We understand that. We had a lady call the other night, text Sheila from West Virginia, and said she's got some information, said y'all need to contact me. And I told Sheila, I said, ask her what part, her phone showed up West Virginia, and I said, ask her what part of Hendersonville she's from, and where she has searched at down there. And she wrote back and said, no, I'm not from down that area. I haven't been down there. And then Sheila told her, said, we're sorry, dear. There's so many rumors out there. We don't need more rumors. You know, we're talking to people that know something about it, you know, because all she's going to do is tell us what she has watched on a video or read in the paper. And that's not how you solve cases or work cases, or it's just not. But
well, everybody's upset. Like, I mean, so when you said me at work and all this, okay, well, I'm working in Memphis. I'm sitting in a tower crane as we speak right now.
sure.
What's that?
In Memphis on the St. Jude project. You know, I just left my house last night actually from Hendersonville. I had to come back to work.
Sure.
But, you know, when all this initially went down, you know, we called law enforcement. You know, people have a hard time understanding, well, you call 911 because I don't need 911 when I know that I can call directly to the dispatch desk and get a dispatcher.
Yeah, and you're out in the county. If we understand it, you're out in the sheriff's department boundary. You won't be in the. Yeah, I heard that, but Sheila and I talked about that. Why would you have to call if you know the number directly? Call the sheriff's office.
Yeah, I mean, that's the stuff that everybody doesn't. You know, I'm sorry. I know where I live. I know the numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sake, I mean, every parent should know your area. You should know your fire department. My fire department is a volunteer that's less than a quarter of a mile from my front door.
Sure.
I mean, that's my fire department. That's my EMS right there.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. We came down a while back and just walked. Well, I don't know. Well, like I said, my wife's been a Christian all of her life and all this and that, and I've really this last thing we worked, I've seen everything in the world in 40 years, but for some reason it really affected me, and the good Lord's just blessed me. And again, you never know about things. If you're innocent, can you imagine what an injustice that you've been done during all? And that was Sheila and my thing was, and again, I know you're busy, I know you work all the time, I know you, but I think that Sheila and I could, if you and Katie ever get a chance and get a couple hours where we could come down and visit with you, and if you can't, that's understandable. You've done more than I probably expected just calling us, but I think we could do.
Believe it or not, I mean, it would have. I mean, I am not away from the idea of sitting down and having a conversation with people, and I've told people in the beginning, I will have conversations with people, and I just tell everybody, I'm brash, I'm direct, but I'm respectful.
That's Fred McCoy, buddy.
That's just the way I was raised.
Yeah.
You know,
well, that military.
I mean, that's the other part of it is I don't have time to sugarcoat people's cookies for me. That's not me.
I used to be like that. I'm trying to change. Sheila's, and the good Lord's changing me on that part, but I'm telling you, people used to say one thing about Fred McCoy: you don't have to go to the country store to find out what he thinks about you. He'll tell you to your face. And that, see, I respect people like that. I just think that people need to see a different angle, from a police officer's perspective, from Sheila. Sheila's a retired school teacher and Sheila's we've got a nephew that's autistic, and she's dealt with schools and school system. Again, me and Sheila just thought that you all had, and Katie, the both of you, at least a person, I'm not going to say we're on your side, we're not on nobody's side, but I guarantee you that your side would get to be heard. From what I understand, you was in the Navy.
Yes.
Haven't they heard?
16 years.
Yeah, 16 years. Well, haven't you never heard he does like a sailor? They used to tell me you curse like a sailor, but I was a Marine. But so you and Katie talk if you get a chance, and you all ever feel like it. Once you're accused, parents already know, Chris, that we're looked at. If something happens to our children today, they would be looking at me and Sheila. That's just the way we do in police work, and a lot of times that is the case, no doubt. We've got some good questions, and I think you and Katie could put a lot of stuff to rest.
Well, me and Katie both have taken polygraph tests with law enforcement. And we both passed our polygraph test. Seth, as I don't know, only from what I've been told, Seth took a polygraph test through Nancy Grace's TV show.
Okay.
I was advised by TBI not to do that. So that's part of the big thing, is they're all upset because, I told Nancy Grace that I would do it, and then when I went and talked to TBI, they said, no, don't recommend you do it. Okay, then that means I'm not doing it. Yeah. So I'll take it to TBI. So that's what they did.
And you did take one and passed it?
Oh, yes, sir.
See, that's what. Sure did. See, that's things that people. The last I heard that you offered, and that's why you've been an injustice, because that you offered on Nancy Grace. You had time and place, and then when they offered it, that you backed out on it, and you'd never taken one.
See, here's the other part that Nancy Grace has never said either. So her producer, Rachel, at the time, I was in contact with her and told her, I said, look, TBI has advised me not to take y'all's right away, to take theirs first. And if everything is good, then I don't need to take one with y'all. So let me deal with them first, because it is in their investigation. And she was like, no, I completely understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had that conversation with her producer.
No.
And I also had a conversation. I'm gonna mess his name, but I don't know if it's Zappleton or something. She had another producer that she also uses, and I've had a conversation with him, and but none of that has been divulged to the public. None of it. Of course it would, but they're a TV show. They're there for ratings. They're for the money.
Anyway, I'm glad that you took it.
So I have seen your video. I seen the video where y'all drove down from Kentucky down 31. You came down through Kentucky down 31. You turned down McNerney and you went down that way and you came to the back road. So I did watch your video, and I watched y'all go through the subdivision, through the cul-de-sac, and you started coming back down, and you told Miss Sheila, you should go over and knock on that door.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And actually, she could have. So the sign is posted, no trespassers. We were told by law enforcement to put that up because of certain individuals out there that took it upon themselves to walk around our property, videotaping, taking photos without permission. So we were advised by law enforcement to put that up, but we've had people come and knock on the door and ask questions and talk to us
Wow.
As long as people are respectful, we don't. We're not.
Yeah.
We have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
There you
Nothing
go.
to shy away from.
Yeah.
Now, and me and Katie are all on the same page with law enforcement. We just don't want to be a part of the circus.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's
good.
somehow this has gotten away from our son.
Yeah.
And it's turned into this big old circus, pointing fingers and like, why? Yeah, so that was Mr. Steve Fisher. He's a private investigator, and he's licensed in 9 states. His credentials are probably some of the best out there. I mean, he has worked with TBI in East Tennessee, worked in 3 cases. He's worked in, all over the country.
Sure.
Wow.
I mean, so why, when he said, look, I might be able to add something I don't know. And I've talked to him. We've had conversations offline, just like how we're doing now. And our conversations eventually led up to, I wound up meeting with him. And I said, look,
Yeah.
I know you got some questions. And he gave me his questions. I said, well, instead of me explaining, can I show you? He said, sure.
Yeah.
So me and him got in his car. We drove around, and I showed him. I said, look, from this angle here, standing here looking at this, looking at this is where you see this is where I can explain this. And keep in mind that as I explain this to you, that the foliage is out here. Back in February, the trees were naked. Mm-hmm. There's no leaves, there's no nothing. So everything that I'm telling you, you're not going to understand and see exactly because there's no leaves, or there's leaves on the trees, so you can't see directly where I'm pointing. Or, we went to the reverse position of where I was saying and looked down, and I said, see the foliage? You can't see where we were standing. But once this is naked, you can see all the way across the street onto the other side of the Long Hollow Pike.
Sure.
And he was like, I didn't think about that. And I said, yeah, and it's this, and this. We drove around, we saw the retention pond. I showed him which way the dog went.
Chris, the dog itself, and my brother, he used to be the canine officer for our department. And, a dog is only as good as it's been trained, and a dog is only as good as the handler that knows the indicators. And sometimes dog handlers, like everybody else, wants their 15 minutes of fame. And, I've heard so many stories about the dogs hitting or didn't hit. And that was one of the questions we had, was about the dog and where the dog hit or did he hit and so forth like that. But again, when you've got a bunch of police officers, go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you, like that first week, they had ran 13 to 18 different dogs. Our house, around the house, everything. And not all of these dogs were from one group. We had dogs from Sumner County. We had highway patrol dogs. We had professional dog trackers, ones that train with the FBI, sent out their 2 best canines that they always use.
Yeah.
One of those dogs has, I think it's got like 15 bodies credited to their search.
Oh, that's great then. Okay.
Yeah, so they brought out all these dogs, and from all over the country. They came in. Whatever they wanted, like I said, we didn't care. Like, you could have it, didn't care. And they got the scents. Now, out of those number of dogs, at least three separate dogs went on the same path. And that path was out of our house. If you go out the front door, it went to the left, went down the side of that fence, and it comes back up to the front yard. Then the dog jolts diagonally back left between our neighbor's house to their backyard, goes down to the street, down to the main road, Kellen, when you came in on.
Sure.
Goes all the way to the top of the hill, turns right, goes into the next subdivision over, and it is tracking, and this dog is just running. And it gets to the retention pond and jumps in the retention pond. That was Max.
Yeah.
Now, 3 of these dogs go in that exact same route. I only know of one that jumped in the pond, but 3 dogs went the same route.
Wow.
Did me and Sheila on our way down there that day? Don't you need to go?
No.
Okay.
I've got. They just told me he's coming back around. So okay.
Sheila on our way down there, she got her phone and looked up sex offenders in the area. You know, you got a sex offender, registered sex offender within 8 minutes of your address.
There's 5.
Are they 5?
5 of them.
It only showed us 1, but 1 is enough to at least let a person know that, you know, anything's possible. And again, everybody.
Day 1, law enforcement went to all 5 registered sex offenders.
Great. Okay.
All their records, know exactly their exact whereabouts.
That's great.
Everything.
Okay. See, that's things like people. That's what I'm saying. As far as me as an investigator and Sheila both, as far as that, but that's things that people. We mentioned that on the way down. We didn't mention sex offender. We just said there's 1. Oh, I think we said
Registered SO.
because we didn't want to say sex on the YouTube.
Yeah, RSOs.
Yeah.
Or
And-
SROs, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so that's interesting. We just don't think that the finger point in time is now, and definitely with nothing to go on than what people's got. And Sheila and I were just, again, we're YouTubers. Of course, we this is our hobby. We enjoy it. Parents don't want to hear that, or step parents, but
Oh no! I will save you the kid clubs, because Katie and I have had these conversations with law enforcement.
okay,
And it's simple. There's the answers. When all this is said and done, there's only 2 answers that are going to come out of this.
Yeah.
One, Sebastian is going to come home safe and sound, but he's going to have some, he's not going to feel. He's going to need a lot of mental psychologists.
Sure.
That's the word I look for.
Sure.
That's what he's going to need. Or 2, Sebastian will be found dead in the woods.
sure.
Yeah.
And I believe it's the latter. I honestly believe within 2 miles circumference around there. Sheila thinks around the school. She thinks she was wanting to ask Katie if he had a favorite teacher, was he comfortable going to school, all these questions about school. And Sheila feels that he was headed toward the school for some reason. And
so here's what I can tell you about that. Around the school, so between the high school, elementary, and the middle school, there's 400 cameras.
wow.
See, I knew there was cameras.
Okay.
I mean, that includes inside, outside. There's 400 cameras. They have pulled the footage from all of those cameras.
Okay.
See?
And nothing was seen on the cameras.
Wow.
They have scoured the football field.
Yeah.
Back behind the football field, there was a field. And of course, I'm native to that area.
Sure.
So, and I actually went to Beach Elementary when I was a little kid.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, there's not very much in that area
Yeah.
that somebody's like, well, I'm over here. I'm like, I can tell you you're over next to so-and-so's house.
Yeah.
Or, if you go up this road right here and you go dogleg back to the left, it snakes around and blah, 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 blah. And people are like, how do you know this? Because I'm from here.
You probably played in a lot of those hills.
Around the school has been very, very heavily searched.
okay.
Steve and there's a couple other folks that have thermal drones and drones and stuff like that outside of law enforcement, not with law enforcement, that we've kind of been, when we get together and we're like, all right, we're going to look at this area, we're going to go search here. And we're kind of doing some, what do you call it? Like, not coordinating, but
Grid search?
sectioning off. Yeah, there you
yeah.
go, grid searching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we was wondering, if a person, that's what they didn't do over there. And if you'll just get in the line, and that way when you go through an area, you know for a fact that without a doubt there's nothing there, and then you can mark that off. If a person knew for a fact for those 2 miles around your all's place, I would feel so much more comfortable and say, okay, it's something else. He's in a vehicle, there's somebody, something's more to it. But for him just to be
disappear.
gone, and no vehicle going down the road, nothing like that. It's
Sebastian, just,
afraid we're gonna mess him up.
yeah, I don't want to.
No, you're fine.
Okay, don't let us mess you up there. I know you're busy. Maybe later on, if you and Katie get a chance, you sit down and talk. Like I said, if you decide to talk to us or something, we'd love to do I'm not going to lie to you. I'm about like you. We're straightforward. We'd love to do a video.
Yeah, I mean, we all try to do what we can, and we try to answer all the questions. And everybody wants to come up with some crazy stuff, but it comes to what could have happened, what may have happened.
Yeah. Oh, Sheila, you ask them.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you all think happened to little Sebastian? Do you have?
I'm down to I'm only down to 2 scenarios here.
Okay.
And they what I feel probably the most reasonable in my head that makes sense. So the first one is very simple.
Okay.
Sebastian got up, walked out of the house, walked out in the woods. He's out there somewhere, and we can't find him.
Okay.
That's the simple one.
That's
Right.
Sometimes simple is the way it is, but go ahead.
Now the second one, Sebastian walked out of the house. Either it was planned or he was lured out of the house, or something triggered him to leave out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And walked out of the house. I personally feel he got to Long Hole Pike, and he got picked up in a car, and they headed westbound on Long Hole Pike.
Wow.
And westbound goes to I-65. Now, there's a license plate reader on Long Hole Pike that goes, if you're traveling eastward, so if you're coming from Goodlettsville going toward Gallatin down Long Hole Pike, there's a license plate reader right there. And 76 cars from the hours of midnight to 6 a.m. were registered on that LPR.
Okay. Wow.
So all of those cars have been accounted for. Now, what has not been accounted for is if you were traveling westbound, so if you were going from Gallatin to Goodlettsville, the one camera that could have picked anything up was not working. Hadn't been working for 3 years. And that's at Long Hole Pike and New Shackle, right there at the corner by the school.
Wow.
And it hasn't worked for 3 years. Now, whether or not they're going to work it out, I don't know. But it hadn't worked for 3 years. So anybody going, like I said, westbound down Long Hole Pike could have picked up Sebastian, picked him in a car, hauled butt down to I-65, and you'd have never known.
That was our second. This morning we were talking. We've been on it all day again, but and we talked of our first one. Of course, is he wandered off. The second one is we talked about a sex offender or somebody, just a crime of opportunity.
And see, I mean, that's all I have to go on. I mean, all of Sebastian's shoes are accounted for. So this is what's going to kind of throw you off a little bit. Sebastian, all of his shoes are at the house.
Right.
All of my shoes are accounted for. All of Katie's shoes are accounted for. So Sebastian walking out in the middle of the woods, I struggle with that one because Sebastian was not a tomboy.
Yeah.
He really wasn't. I mean,
okay.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but a fly, spiders,
Ooh.
even like a Charlotte spider, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian freaks out. That's not him. Now, granted, we used to have snakes, and he was all about the ball pythons. He was all about that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
But insects, no.
Oh, God love his heart. God love
He
his
was not a
heart.
kid that liked to get out there in the dirt and play with cars and trucks and Tonka toys like we all used to do as kids, back when kids could be kids,
Sure.
you know?
So he didn't go out
That's not
into.
Sebastian.
So he didn't like to go hiking or nothing like that then.
He liked hiking, but it wasn't like as we all used to do as kids, where we just walk off in the woods and we just
Right.
didn't care and walk our way back home. No, we used to go hiking when we lived in California down trails and stuff. I mean, all that stuff has been marked,
Right.
and they're well known and stuff like that. And that stuff, yes, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bless his heart.
Well, listen, buddy, we appreciate you calling us.
Thank you
That's-
so
yeah.
much.
That's if it don't never go no farther than this, we've enjoyed at least and you haven't told us nothing that we didn't figure. I mean, you're exactly what I figured you would be like.
No, I got nothing to hide. I mean, me and Katie, and this is going to sound very off, but me and Katie are kidless.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter lives in New Mexico with my ex-wife, and Sebastian lived with us,
Yeah.
and we don't have either one of our kids. Well, I mean, we're guilty because we're not a Hallmark drama ETV story.
Yeah.
You know, Katie's not out there dropping to her knees in the middle of the yard, screaming and crying, and I'm not out there just ripping everybody's heads off and that's not me.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I have that side.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we all do.
It's
And I think that's what's
the time.
Yeah. And buddy, we're
praying for you.
Yeah, we're praying for you. That's for sure. And we feel for you, feel for both of you, and just wish you the best. And if we can ever do anything, we're a phone call
Well,
away.
on a funny note, you know, Katie didn't understand when somebody brought it up to us that y'all were looking, and she goes, "Well, the Hatfields and McCoys are involved now." And I said, "In what capacity?"
Yeah.
Because I said, "There could be a good thing, there could be a bad thing. It just kind of depends."
Yeah.
What do you mean? I said, "Do you not know the history of the Hatfield and McCoys?" And she goes, "No." I was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the longest running family feuds in the entire history of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm both.
And she was like, "What?" And I said, "Oh, babe, it's a deadly feud.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a well,
Yeah.
you called me a name and I'm gonna call." No, people were killed between the
Yes.
Hatfields and McCoys. And this was back in Prohibition days, and she was like, "Huh?" I said, "Yeah." Bless your heart, you don't know the history. She's like, "No."
Yeah.
She's, "But I know they got a museum in Gatlinburg." I said,
My great grandmother was Nancy Hatfield. My great grandfather was Asa McCoy. I'm actually both. And that's where we were born and raised. At Sheila and
okay.
I'm actually
Preacher aunts with your great
we're related. I mean, I'm right down the line with DNA and all. That's another thing that gets me with your all's cases. Over the years, Sheila and I we have these Hatfields come out and McCoys, and they say I'm related here. I'm related. And first thing I done was take a DNA years ago to show people, But these people to this day have never taken a DNA, but they claim to be. Well, if you are who you say you are, there's easy things out there to do. And Sheila and I have really our investigative skills, and again, what we done over there was God.
Right.
We was in those woods for 6 days. I went in a sinner that I never thought I would be able to straighten up because I had gotten hard with 40 years of police work. I was hard. I'd seen things and done things and God, in those 6 days between him and Sheila, he softened me, and everybody thought, and they think that we solved that case. God solved that. God
showed us where to go.
God led us to by those birds, and then Sheila's nose to that. I don't know if you've seen that video or not. It's on our YouTube where we've actually found the body while we're live streaming, and that was God, and it just changed my whole life. Now the next thing we hear is look for Sebastian Rogers. We'd never heard of Sebastian. At first we kept just pushing it aside because we're not. That was God. That wasn't us. We didn't do nothing special. And but then after a while we got up one morning, and that's the day we come down there. Sheila said, what are we going to do today, or something like that? And I said, you want to drive down to Henderson? We done said we wasn't going to go, and we ended up in Hendersonville, and we ended up going up that graveyard, and we ended up just trying to see if God leads us here, leads us there. And none of us, God's got a plan in life no matter what it is. We're not going to change what his plan is, but at least we can go where we think we need to be and do what we can. Maybe the cops know something that they're not telling everybody. I don't know, but it certainly isn't in nothing that Sheila and I have seen. And we got on there the other night, and we put it out there and said, hey, we'd like to talk to the parents. There's two sides to every story. There's three sides. You got Seth, you got you and Katie, and then you've got what really happened to Sebastian. So
see, the problem with a lot of people out there doing this is they let that alligator mouth overload their little tadpole behinds.
Well, that's true.
And my question to everybody is when you eat crow, do you prefer mustard or just straight?
Yeah.
Because when the truth comes out,
and that's what
wrong.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear the apologies. Now, will we ever get them? Probably.
If you ever, you all talk, and if you ever want, we're here. We would do anything we can for you. We've got some questions. I don't care to let Sheila take a snapshot of them and send them to you. You can see our questions, and you know what?
I mean, we can't even go to church without being photographed.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That was one of our questions. Do you all go to church?
Yes, sir. We try to go when we can.
It's free.
The problem is, even at our church, that
people.
You would think that people are supposed to be there for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they might be, but they still need to do a lot of digging and a lot of searching to find the goodness.
Yeah.
Because people go online as soon as church is over. They were at church today. How dare they show their face? How dare you?
Yeah.
And what gives you the right to say that? I can't be at church. What gives you the right to say that? I
arrested a guy's son one night for DUI. We went to the same church for years, and I thought he loved us, made over us. Like I was the chief of police and went to church that next Sunday, that morning, Saturday night. I arrested his son and come in there and reach out, and shake hands like we'd done for years, and turned his back on me. And I thought, wow. And me, no way I would lie or fib or anything on his son. He knew his son was guilty, but it was like, I may have kept his son from getting killed or killing somebody that night, drunk. But that was the last time that I was in that church. It was just, it really broke my heart. I don't know. Don't, buddy, it says a personal relationship. We're to have a personal, while you're sitting there in that loader, you can sit there and talk to the good Lord and have as good as you can in any church. So just don't let that get you down.
Well, we've started doing this. Actually, so a gentleman from I think it was North or South Carolina, he reached out to me, and he's a pastor, and we talk via through messages, Facebook Messenger. And he's got us doing this grievance course.
Oh wow!
So he's got a workbook and a journal, and there's videos, and we're fixing to start getting into this grievance course.
Sure.
And I told Kay, I said, maybe we should do this. I said, regardless of the outcome.
Yeah.
I said, we're always grieving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing.
Maybe this just might be a way to ease it. Maybe. I don't know. I said, but we got to try something.
Yeah.
Sheila lost her father 2 months ago, and a month later, she lost her only sister. And then a couple weeks later, we find that body over there, and so she had it rough for. So yeah, that can't hurt. Anything like that's got to be. Try to stay on the straight and narrow, and think positive. Pray, and that's all you can do in something like this. I wouldn't want to be where you're at. I know that.
Bless your heart.
But this is my cell phone number. You can call me, text me, whatever. A lot of times if I don't answer, I'll send a text message back or whatever.
We'll try not to bother you.
Yeah,
No, you're fine. Trust me.
Yeah.
You are fine.
Well, we've enjoyed. We definitely enjoy our conversation. We was coming back this yesterday, and we got to. We went over there and covered. I don't know if you've seen that lady that killed her mother and then cut her arms and legs off and her head and put her in the oven and all that. Have you seen that in Kentucky?
Yeah.
We covered that, and on our way back, our Hummer broke down. Our number 3 plug or something, coil or something went out, so it's in the shop. And because we were coming back down there just to look around and just to
look near the manholes, to see about that.
See, all that stuff has changed so much since. Hey, Chris, would there be any bears out in February? Would that be too early for bear, or do y'all have a bear population there?
So there's been one sighting of a bear, and we don't have bears normally in our area. If we do, it's very, very rare.
Okay.
We've got more coyotes, deer, foxes. Small stuff. Most of the bears are going to be out east.
Okay.
That was our question.
Yeah.
Now don't take this the wrong way, but if I'm walking through the woods, I'm not going without having a gun.
Sure.
One, if something does come upon something, it is.
Well, we do too.
Yeah, we're the same way. So.
Like I said, when we're out searching, we've got that PI, Steve Fisher. He's with us. We got a couple of locals who we trust. They go out looking with us, and like I said, most of us all have drones.
Sure.
So, and we all try to utilize whatever sources we got to do whatever searching we can.
Well, listen, we're going to let you get off here, and it's been great talking to you. You know what we'd like to do, so if you and Katie ever decide, you give us a call or a text, and we're at your convenience.
Anytime you need to, sir, like I said, reach out. And I'll be talking to Katie here in a little while, probably when I get off work. And then that way she'll let me know. And we'll discuss it, and she'll probably be up for it.
Sure. She'll love Sheila.
We're praying for you all, so.
You tell her that Sheila's got her in her prayers, both of you.
I haven't stopped praying.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We need all the ones we can get.
That's right. Well, Chris, you be safe out there on that equipment, buddy, and good talking to you.
Likewise, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye, and call me Fred, Chris. Ain't no sir. It's Fred, pal.
I'm gonna call you sir.
You take it easy, buddy.
You too, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. What'd you think, guys? What'd you think? That was Chris Proudfoot. Help me out, babe.
Yeah.
I know all kinds of people that's got similar names, and Sebastian and Jaden and Chris, and I know other people in life, and they've got different. And I put that last name of theirs
with a different
instead of his.
name.
Yeah, I'm all messed up.
Okay.
Chris said he would check with Katie about the interview.
Yeah, he said he was open to it, but he would run it by her to see what she
That's right.
thought or would do.
That's right.
Wanted to do.
Later, Katie declined. Crickets. Now, right now, Chris is watching this video and he's thinking, she never declined. I never got back with you. Crickets.
Yeah.
Actually, didn't respond back at all.
We didn't hear anything.
But by not responding back, we knew Katie had declined. Now, Katie is in that video there, the first video that says, we want to keep Sebastian in the news. We want to keep him out there. We offered. We're 3 hours away, 4 hours away. Gas that we could use for something else, time that we could spend fishing or on the lake. We offered to give our time, our gas, didn't want it. Said in that news interview, I feel you, baby. I don't want to get. Well, guys, listen. I'm a little bit frustrated, Punk.
I understand
now, listen.
that.
When you say something, watch what you say because people may call you out on it. When you get on TV and you say we want all the attention we can get, and then you file suits or you're offered to be on. I don't care if it's a YouTube channel. I don't care if it's Mickey Mouse TV. Everything that you can get for that child and any kind of attention at that time is worth something.
Yeah.
Maybe that one person that took him or that he's with or picked him up on the side of the road or that did something with him. Maybe somebody's conscience will start working on them the more they actually see him in the news. If somebody did have anything to do with it, maybe the more they see him on YouTube and on the news, it starts working on people's conscience.
Yeah. It's very possible.
I don't mean to be mean calling people out, but
yeah,
we offered, we asked, Sheila said, he said
he wouldn't
open to it.
Yeah, I'm open to it. He said, but he was going to have, he's going to ask her to see what she wanted.
Never got back with us. We're going to post the text messages. Post that one right here again. Post where I text them again. But see, I didn't keep texting.
Right.
I didn't keep texting because I didn't want to be sued.
Right.
Didn't want to be sued. Guys, I'll tell you something about Sheila and I. We ain't got a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out. So, and we've got, if I did one thing in my career, it was make friends with a bunch of attorneys after I've been a police officer for 40 years. So I do have a few friends that I think would represent us. But by the time you sued us and got financial statements, you'd probably feel sorry and give to us.
Probably.
Sent message to them. We sent text messages to them, and Sheila will post them here again. Why? We thought she wanted attention in Sebastian's case. That's what she said in her news interview.
And what better way than social media?
Thank you, baby. That's exactly right. Exactly. We've got 25,000 subscribers. Or that's what we had at that time.
At that very time. We don't want to mislead them.
But we were receiving hundreds of thousands of views on some of our videos. One video we had
it went viral. Yeah.
One of our videos, at least one, went viral.
People were sharing it and everything else. And I had people call me up and say, you're viral. And I was like,
and people's calling up and asking, can we use your video? Can we share this? Guys, you can do anything you want. Sheila and I don't do this for YouTube. We barely make enough on YouTube to pay our gas. We don't pay our gas if we go to a lot of things or do a lot of
trips. Yeah.
Now imagine the subscribers and other YouTubers and the views that they had or could have gotten by sharing our video or doing a video often of it, just as we do with theirs. Imagine some of these people.
JLR investigates hillbilly crime, Law and Crime Network, and Hidden True Crime.
And that's
just a few.
Yeah, there's several more. But imagine, and I don't know if Duty Ron's another one, but these people has thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Imagine all of them sharing our videos or us sharing theirs when they do it.
With their viewers,
why would you rather hang posters or talk to the news about hanging posters when there's platforms with hundreds of thousands of viewers who are longing to interview you? We were longing. We wanted to talk.
To help solve the mystery of Sebastian. It wasn't just for the content or the clicks, whatever. We were trying to honestly help.
Not everybody's out there for the
home.
clicks. Now, once again, some guy said the other day about, oh, they're just wanting clicks. True. I would hate to think that we make videos and nobody would watch them. We hope people watch them. But
we were trying to help.
We wanted to help. We wanted to keep the word out there, keep it going.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk, and it's going to come up here in a minute, so I won't get ahead of myself. But
okay,
let us clarify. When we talked to Chris on the phone, we were extremely nice, as was he.
Yes. And you heard that.
You've heard that by now.
Yeah.
We were nice, and a lot of it's been cut out because some of it I talked. I was talking about finding Joseph Couch's body. I was criticizing another police agency. Not another police agency, the Kentucky State Police. I don't want to throw it at nobody else. Let's leave it. That's all I'll say. But so some of that we cut out because Sheila doesn't like me to sore spot with me, but said he had no problem talking with us, but he would run it by Katie. Katie must have refused. And why would be the question.
Right.
Because he never called us back. He never texted us back when I text.
Yeah.
He no more contact. Of course, he's filing suits against people, so I didn't want to harass him.
Exactly.
No need to get on. I don't care to get sued, guys. If you get sued, the thing about getting sued in life, you file a countersuit. The first thing you do, if you're ever sued by anybody, file a countersuit. So that way you can depose that person in depositions. First thing you want to do is have depositions.
Okay.
You want to depose that person and ask some questions. Wouldn't it be great to have Katie and Chris under oath asking questions that pertain to Sebastian? That's what we wanted to do in our interview. We were nice, but we were wanting Chris to invite us down and say, yeah, guys, come on down. Katie said, sure, come down. Because, see, we feel we could be wrong, and this is our opinion. This is assumption. But we feel if a person really, really, really was missing a child and wanted attention for that child and wanted to find that child and had nothing to hide, they would say, yeah, guys, come on down. We appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. I'll answer any question you got because Sheila and I had some questions. We've got some questions.
Yeah.
What do we want to do more than anything, babe?
We want to find Sebastian. We want to bring him home, and we want to look at their faces, their actions, their how they remark to everything that we said.
We want to look at them. Are they possible suspects? Of course they are. They know they are.
Yeah.
We talk about it on the phone.
Yeah.
Parents are always the number one suspect. Why is that? Because the parents
are usually the last ones to see him.
Are usually not only the last one to see him, but they're the perpetrator.
But I mean, like in cases where I don't know. Never mind. No,
you're all right. No, they like hearing from you, baby.
Yeah.
There's some people that thinking like you. I'm a police officer, or I was. You're not. Tell them your thoughts.
Well, I was just saying why the parents would probably be the suspect just because the child lives with the parents. And like I said, that would be more than likely if they disappeared from the home like that, then that would be the reason why.
That's a great point because there's some people out there thinking like that.
Yeah.
As a former police officer, I'm thinking I want to look at the parents and question them because a lot of times the parents are the bad guys. A lot of the times the parents, unfortunately, but that's true. But see, Sheila's got such a good heart, and that's the yin and yang. That's what we do. Sheila would want to talk to them and say, how was Sebastian? How did he do? And Sheila, we've got people and know people, and she's
What was
worked
his
with children
hobbies?
about
What was his
autism.
favorite colors? And yeah,
That's Sheila.
yeah.
On the other hand, I would be asking other questions. But both of us, we look at people, we watch people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what you do as a investigator. And Sheila is a great investigator. And Sheila's a big helper because Sheila looks at things from another point of view than what me and another police officer would be doing after years and years of
Bystander
experience.
or whatever you want to call us. I don't
Just
know,
a regular
citizen.
civilian person that doesn't go around
Yeah.
investigating a lot, or not in police anyway.
That's for sure.
Sheila and I wasn't going to go in there and be accusatory.
No.
We wasn't going to go in there and say, okay, guys, we got you in front of the camera now. We think you did this or that, or that wasn't our plan.
Shine a light in our face. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not going to do that.
No.
We wanted to simply ask them questions that they have probably already been asked, but Sheila and I have a special friend with us, a special investigator that tells us things and helps. We feel that way in our hearts. Hopefully there's no non-believers out there, but
Yeah.
we feel things, we see things. Don't ask us why, and we don't do it. We're not fortune tellers, guys. We don't believe in ghosts. We don't believe in spirits, except for the Holy Ghost and God's Spirit, the Holy Spirit. That's what we believe in. Now we'll go on.
Yeah.
But we wasn't going there and just accusing them.
No.
We were just wanting to talk to them and ask them questions. We might even ask questions that nobody have asked.
Nobody else has thought of. Yeah.
We may have asked questions that somebody else may have been afraid of hurting their feelings by asking. The thing is, if you're telling the truth, you've got nothing to hide, and you're really missing your son and your stepson, you're looking for him, you shouldn't get upset at people for asking those questions, because if we're thinking them, then that means that some of you guys are probably thinking them. We're not geniuses. So if we've thought of these questions, no doubt.
Right.
We read the comments.
Yeah.
We see what people say and write on cases on our pages. And you guys are some smart people.
I agree. Man, y'all are awesome.
We simply wanted to ask some questions. Of course,
we wanted to watch their face and their body language.
We wanted to watch their faces and their body language. We wanted to talk to them about God. We wanted to talk to them at the end, and we'll probably still do that, only this time, instead of in person, it's going to be on this tape. Now, Chris said he watched our tapes because you're going to hear him talk about the Hatfields and the McCoys.
And he was laughing.
Talks about Sheila while we were there searching the neighborhood. Go ahead, babe.
There was a no trespassing sign in their yard. And Fred slows down. He said, Sheila, go over and knock on the door. I was like, no, I don't want to get arrested. And Mr. Proudfoot was laughing about that because he said he thought it was funny that you tried to get me to go knock on the door.
So he watched our videos, and he's going to watch this video. Him and Katie both are going to watch this video. And our invite is still out there. We would love to talk to them. We would love to interview them. We'll be fair and honest with them. If there's nothing to hide, why not talk to us? Of course, I know it's stressful being asked questions. Of course, I know we would never falsely accuse somebody. We won't accuse you at all. I mean, that's up to you and the police and the good Lord and people like that. We're nobody, but we would like to ask some questions that other people's probably got.
And like you've always said, everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, you can't.
Everybody. And I've also always said I would rather let a guilty person go than to ever accuse or charge an innocent person.
Right.
That's only fair.
Right.
I would rather be wrong and let a guilty person go than to charge an innocent person. If he's guilty, you'll get him another day. He'll do something else. We found out you don't have to have a badge or be able to tell when someone's lying.
Nervous or deceiving.
Yeah. Nervous or deceiving. We can tell that. We can look at that. Are they nervous because they're being interviewed? Are they nervous because they've been asked questions? Of course. Are they overly nervous? Are they like Jaden's mother and Josh the other day? We knew We knew they were lying, and more importantly, they knew that we knew
that
they were not telling the truth.
Yeah.
That they were not telling the truth.
God love his little heart.
We had asked questions and still have questions.
Not accusatory.
Yeah,
but just
questions.
Questions.
Now a question is, why no interview? Why is this story, Sebastian, still not on the news? Why is it not all over? Now, I still see occasional stories on YouTube.
Well, they did a story, I think it was on the year anniversary of him being missing.
Year-long anniversary?
Yeah.
Why is it not on every channel? There for a while, every YouTuber. Guys, there's some good YouTubers out there. There's some good investigators out there. You don't have to be a police retired officer to investigate. And a lot of it, you guys, put it in your comments. Put it in our comments. If you didn't hear us ask something on that video that we should have asked, or we was talking to Chris about, if Chris calls up and says, hey, me and Katie says, come on down, we want to talk to you, we'll give you the interview. Then you all put your comments in the section, questions you want us to ask them. And we'll tell them, Chris, Katie, this is a question, a comment on our channel on this video, and they wanted us to ask you this.
Great idea.
Do you care to answer them? He shouldn't care. Should he?
Yeah.
I don't. And talking to him on the phone that day, he acted like that he wouldn't care.
Right. I was going to say he didn't mind answering some of the questions that we asked.
Let's give him the
benefit of the doubt.
Let's give him his props. He on the phone, he talked to us like somebody.
Sure did.
Very nice.
While he was working.
Explained a lot of things to us.
Yeah. Yeah. But
we'd rather looked at him in person. We'd rather shook his hand. We would have rather. You ever seen that movie? Oh God, I always get on movies and the Faulkners or whatever it is. For give me your hands. Well, God, his daughter, he puts his hands up there. I won't do that.
Yeah,
I won't do that. I'm not a live polygraph, but
which they said
if they ever do meet with us, I shouldn't have said nothing there. As soon as we went in and met with us, I should have touched his hands. That would have. He'd probably told us, y'all go ahead and leave.
Yeah. Let me show you the door.
Sebastian's story is not going away. It'll never go completely away. No more than any of these other stories about these babies.
Yeah.
It'll never go completely away, but Sebastian's story is not getting the attention and the coverage that it once got. Guys, we made a little list here of things that we just wrote down.
Okay. Why no shoes? Because he wore shoes everywhere he went. So why was all of his shoes at the door and he didn't have a pair with him?
Hypothetically, did someone do away with him but forgot to take his shoes? And then when the police come that morning, hypothetically, guys, I'm being devil's advocate here, Chris and Katie.
Yeah.
It's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it on both sides. But did somebody forget? And then the police says, where's his shoes? And, there's all of his shoes. See, because when people does things or there's a crime committed, people don't always cover all the bases. That's how people get caught. There's always something that comes up that, I was going to rob that bank. Maybe I should have put gas in this car. You know, there's things that people forget to do and it comes out.
Right.
Now, this person here, this was a comment. I just copied off somebody's page. I don't even know about this. You all can. But this person says, well, the name's Bonnie Dunn. Why would he say that we would have heard him if he wasn't even there? He was supposedly out of town working
in Memphis.
And that's a red flag, is it? Did somebody asked the other day when we was doing a live, they said, can a person make a mistake and say something and that not be meant as something? No, that's a clue. That may be something to look at. Does that make them guilty? It's according to how nervous they was. It's according to what they were thinking. Maybe they were thinking ahead to the next question. Maybe I don't know. Everything does not lead toward guilt. So if he said that,
they were talking about him going out the window.
That would be an unusual statement. Yeah. Said if he was going out the window, we would have heard him. Well, how would he have heard them
If he was
if he's not there? If he's,
at work or
we don't know. Is that just an off the wall statement? Was it a mistake? Was it a clue?
good point.
It could be either one. It could very well be either one at this point, guys. After this long, everything that's took place, no interviews, filing lawsuits.
Yeah.
I saw today where the little baby in California that's missing, the family's lawyered up.
Yeah.
Lawyered up. They don't want no questions.
Wow.
Maybe by watching the interview with Chris and Katie, the person or persons who had something to do with Sebastian's disappearance will come clean. Would that be possible? Would it be possible if there is actually a third
Person.
third party here?
Yeah.
Something happened. He wandered off. He snuck off. They picked him up on the side of the road because, see, she's going to post some video here where they say, oh, there's flashlights out here. Oh, there's this, there's that. Is that a redirect that a private investigator come up with anything at all that they can throw you off and say, hey, it's not these two because there was somebody out here with a flashlight? Well, were they getting night crawlers? Were they? I don't know.
Dog.
How about walking the dog?
Yeah.
How about Sheila's going to show a video here where the person walked their dog very next morning before they even knew Sebastian was missing. They walked their dog and take the exact same path that they did that night that was on the camera. That's not Sebastian. That's not got nothing to do with Sebastian. That's a person walking their dog. Now we can try to point the finger down and say, oh, look over here. Let's get the attention off of these two and let's put it over here on this. We can do that. Or we can go with the evidence. Let's go with maybe Chris and Katie came clean or will come clean if they had anything to do with Sebastian's disappearance.
We're not accusing them or nothing, but just saying with what many people are thinking.
No, we're not accusing, but guys, you can put lipstick on a pig and it's still a pig. Let me tell you something. Hatfields and McCoys know something about pigs. But you can make something look any way you want to make it look, but at the end, it's still what it is. We're talking hypothetically. I'm being devil's advocate. What if Chris and Katie did have something to do with it? What if? And all of a sudden, we start talking about it more. There's videos on it more. There's more people talking about it. There's more people searching. There's more. It comes back to life and they say, goodness sakes, this is going to follow us the rest of our life. We might as well come clean, own it, and explain what happened. Could it have been an accident? Could it have been? Of course.
Sure. Anything's possible.
Of course. We don't know. And we're not accusing, but we're saying, what if? Just like what if a guilty party is watching these videos and they say, hey, I feel sorry for that mom and dad. I'm going to turn myself in. I feel sorry for this or that. I'm not going to go to heaven as long as I do this. I'm going to always have this on me until I repent and I come clean and I make it right, because the Bible says obey the law of the land. This is the law of the land.
It also says what's done in the dark will be brought to the light.
And this may be brought to light through the good Lord right now. God may be touching somebody's heart and says, hey, you've done this long enough. You've tried to sell this story long enough. It's time to come clean. Come home. There's a song. Come home, it's supper time. What kind of life can a person have, no matter who it is, no matter if it's the parents, no matter if it's somebody else? What kind of life is this to go through every day of your life, knowing you may have got away with it,
or
somebody knows?
Is this the day that they come and arrest you too?
Somebody knows.
Yeah.
God knows. God's watching.
Definitely.
You're going to carry it through the rest of your life. You're going to try to have a life. You're going to try to act like it didn't happen. Imagine if they did anything or had anything to do with this. Ever who it is. It doesn't matter who the party is. Imagine ever who had something to do with this, the nightmares. The nightmares, waking up in cold sweats. Sebastian himself, again, said we don't believe in spirits. We believe in God. We believe anything is possible with God, and God works in mysterious ways. We don't believe in spirits, that ghosts and things like that people go around and look for orbs and pictures and things. We don't believe in that. But do we believe that you'll be woke up at 3:00 in the morning and Sebastian be standing in front of you and you're wondering how that happened? What's going on here? Well, I'll tell you what's going on there. That's God working on you. He's working on you. He's giving you a chance.
Yep.
Waking up in cold sweats, not because they don't know where Sebastian is, but quite the opposite, because they know where he is. When I say when they know, I'm talking about anybody. I'm talking about the perpetrator or perpetrators. That could include, I'm not going to rule out Chris and Katie. Chris and Katie didn't want to talk to Sheila and I. Why? That's a question we'll always have. When we can give you some attention, when we can give you some notoriety where you can talk to people and explain your case and explain what may have happened. Let's go look. Let's go find. He said he showed this special investigator all over the place, private investigator. We're not private investigators.
No.
We're just two people out here simply looking for Sebastian. If he'll show a private investigator around, why won't he show us?
He probably would. I said he probably would if we get if they call and say, hey, come on down, we'll do the interview.
We're open, ain't we? Talk to them.
Yeah, we would love to be able to come down and talk to you all, guys. All you have to do is call us. You all have our number in your phone.
606-669-0364. You'll see it on these text messages. That was my phone that I was using to text him back and forth, and started out real good. And then it
fizzled out.
He was going to check with Katie and nothing.
Yeah.
Why? Does that raise doubt in Fred McCoy's mind? Yeah, raises doubt. It's called a clue, a possible clue. Doesn't mean nobody's guilty of nothing. But what would the purpose of that be? At least text back and say, I don't know what you could say to explain it, because it would have to be pretty good for me to for me to understand why you wouldn't want to talk about your son and his disappearance.
Yeah.
But it's explainable. And like Sheila says, we can still do it.
Yeah. And the good thing about God's grace is he always gives you time to come clean and repent of your sins.
Yeah. And that may be what he's doing now, Sheila. Everybody that we know of is still here. We don't know of anybody that's been looked at or accused or anything with dealing with Sebastian that's deceased now. So anybody that could have had anything to do with it or had anything are still alive. That's so right. God's not taking nobody home yet. He's still giving everybody plenty of time to think about this and say, hey, this ain't working out.
Yeah.
This ain't working out.
I'm miserable.
I'm miserable. I don't care if I'm free the rest of my days. I'd rather go spend 5 or 6 years. I'd rather go, there's people out there, guys, see, I don't care when it gets past a certain point and your heart's broke and it's over with. It's like the Johnny Edrington case. There's a state trooper here in Kentucky that was killed 37 years ago. At this point, I don't care if the person that done it serves a day. Give the family the truth. Give the family the satisfaction of knowing what happened to their loved one, so they don't have to live with these rumors that started over the years. Just like with Sebastian. Did he wander off? Did he do this? Was he abused? Was he this, that? I don't care if anybody ever spends a day. Make a deal. Make a deal with the prosecutor. Go get a lawyer and let that lawyer work for you, because they will. Go get you the best defense attorney and tell that defense attorney, hey, how bad do they want his body? We don't care if he's under the Empire State Building. They'll get him. They'll dig what remains are left of. We'll put him in a grave with a tombstone and he'll be remembered. We don't care what kind of deal the attorney makes. I know there's people out here that disagrees with this. I'm talking for Fred and Sheila. We don't care because God will have his justice in the end. But make a deal and say, hey, we'll show you where the body is. We'll tell you what happened.
Here's
It
what
was an
happened.
accident. We panicked. This happened, that happened. Or if he was picked up, again, not accusing nobody,
Crime of opportunity.
but I'm looking at everybody.
Mhm.
I'd be foolish to sit here and act like I wasn't looking at everybody. And what convinced me to look at everybody was when it was cut off. No reply back. Why?
Yeah.
Did they think that Fred and Sheila might have been going to pick up on something? I do.
Yeah.
I do. I like to think that.
Yeah. Because he said he was open to it.
Well,
But he's
saying
running it
something,
by.
babe.
Oh,
Saying
so you say-
something.
Okay.
See, you're thinking, and that's good. I love you. I love her. You got to love her. But that's the way some people
Well,
think.
took him at his word.
There's good Christian people out there right now thinking the same thing. You've got to look at the good in people. You've got, maybe he meant well.
Mhm.
Maybe he did.
Mm-hmm.
On my side, dealing with bad people for 40 years, I'm
Yeah.
thinking, no, he was just saying that
Because that's what we wanted to hear.
because that's what he thought would get us off his back. And then he didn't
Oh.
text no more. We're
Yeah.
off his back until this happened. Then all of a sudden we're burdened. Sheila and I come home from talking to Jaden's parents and knowing that something was going to get done. We figured they went that day and turned themselves in, but we knew something was going to happen no matter how it was brought out.
Mm-hmm.
We feel and will always feel, we felt and will always feel that we had something to do with that.
That's
Now-
in our opinion. So
And instead of enjoying that moment,
Yeah.
right off the bat,
Sebastian.
Sebastian started coming up again. So now we're burdened with Sebastian. Now we're burdened. If we don't say something, if we don't do something, that's on us.
Yeah. Well, I've been praying so that God brings, like I said, what's done in the dark to the light and brings whoever had anything to do with harming Sebastian will be brought to justice.
I believe it,
So-
babe. I believe it. You've got me. You convinced me, girl. What if there's only one person that was involved?
Could have been.
What if there was only one person that was involved? Guys, I'm going to tell you something. If Sheila done something right now and she needed help covering it up, she ain't going to do nothing because Sheila's one of the finest people I've ever met
Aw,
in my
thank
life.
you, sweetheart.
Her mother, my mother, people like that. If she needed help, count on me, babe. I'm there with you. That's me. That's a lot of husbands out there. That's a lot of
Mhm.
people. And I ain't gonna say that because I don't think Sheila would. I think
I'm
there's
sorry.
some people. That's okay. I respect you for that because
Yeah.
that's the way she lives. That's why I believe in.
Well,
That's why I'm so convinced that there's still good people left in this world. I would do it for her, but she wouldn't do it for me. I don't. She.
I don't know if you would do that either,
I
to
would
be
do it.
honest, because of your
I would do it.
okay,
Now
from
I'm
the
not
past.
the Christian that I don't
I'm talking
profess
about the
to be.
police in
It
you.
ain't that. It ain't that. It's the ideal of you needing something and me being there for you.
Yeah.
Guys, we're getting way off topic,
Sorry.
but I'm trying to prove a point here. The
Yeah.
question was, would either, if Chris had done something, would Katie help him cover it up?
Sure.
If Katie's done something, would Chris help her cover it up?
Yeah.
Can we hold that against them? Are they responsible? Is God still going to hold them? Of course he is.
Yeah.
But that happens in life and that can be explained. Was it just like this one here that she said, we don't believe this one. We believe it was more. We believe they didn't want to deal with Jaden. But on somebody
Sebastian.
else's part, could they have given too much medicine to have a moment alone? You know, that little fella, I'll tell you what we can say about him. He ate a good last meal.
He
I don't
did.
care if it was his last meal from leaving home or if it was the last meal here on earth. That little fella was putting it away.
No.
Now, Katie, I didn't see but a little bit of that video because they don't show it all.
Right.
But Katie is,
No, I thought
she's
that was weird.
all over that place. Does that make her guilty? No. But what was that all about? What was she looking for? Who was she looking for? We don't know. You know, the police ain't showed a whole lot of stuff. And after a case goes so long, the police should turn that file loose, open it up, let people look at what's in that, because they may be some better investigators out here in YouTube land that's never been cops than what they are on certain police forces.
Well, they might, like you said, see it through a different set of eyes and pick up on something that was right there the whole time, but they just didn't catch it.
Is one of them covering for the other? That's my point.
Possible.
Is one of them covering for the other? If you are, and that person's covering for you, you should say, hey, listen, thank you. You've done good enough. You've stuck with me to the end, and your love is proven. And I'm sorry I put you through this, but it's time that we come clean.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell what happened, but I'm going to make sure that they don't hold you responsible.
Yeah.
You get a good lawyer, and the lawyers can make these deals with prosecutors.
Mm-hmm.
It's let's make a deal in the court system. The criminal justice system is let's make a deal. And it's what kind of trader you got, what kind of barter you are. You got to get the best barter out there, the best lawyer out there. Lawyers don't only have to know the law, they have to know how to wheel and deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, years and years I've always said, a good lawyer knows the law. A great lawyer knows the judge.
Yeah.
A great defense attorney knows the prosecutor, because the judge has very little. The judge just finalizes things.
Okay.
Your prosecutor and your defense attorney, that defense attorney going out to prosecutor and say, hey, listen, I got you something. I'm going to take you to Sebastian Rogers' remains, but it's going to cost.
Mm-hmm.
Some people's not going to like it, but
Yeah.
you're never going to find them. You're never going to know where he's at. It's going to be a cold case for the rest of your life. People want to come clean. They want to clear their conscience,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to give somebody a decent burial.
Yeah.
And here's what I want. This one here is not involved. He's free or she's free. This one here, it was an accident. This happened, that happened.
Mm-hmm.
We want the minimum. We want shock probation. We want, I don't care what they want, prosecutor, give it to them. We want Sebastian back.
Yeah.
The public wants Sebastian back.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, babe.
So, like, it was, I'm not saying it's the Proudfoots or nothing, but what if it was like a couple or whatever, and the one person did it and the other person's helping them cover it up or whatever? So would they be charged with accessory, or
Are you not listening? Are you not listening to the game plan, to the play? Yeah.
complicity
baby,
or
Maybe they
whatever.
wouldn't be charged. It's up to what the defense attorney works out with the prosecutor. If he goes in there and or she goes in there and says, we've got the body. You're never going to find this body. Nobody's
Okay.
ever going to know what happened. You can go through the rest of our lives and people can wonder. We can give you Sebastian back.
Okay.
We can have a decent burial. We can do this. We can do that. This person or that person wants this in
Person
this
to
deal.
be
Now,
free.
do we just say, not going to do it? We're not going to do it. Walk away.
Okay, gotcha.
Because without a body and without witnesses and it going this long,
Yeah.
short of somebody, short of the perpetrator slipping somewhere, and they will. Someday, somebody may slip. And that's the thing about people. They've got to go through their whole life wondering, am I going to slip today? Am I going to? And that
Is to
may
make
be
that-
why we don't get interviews. The less interviews you do, the less
you have to worry about.
you have to worry about slipping.
Okay.
Now,
I got
does
you.
that make anybody guilty? It doesn't.
No.
Katie and Chris, it doesn't. We're not saying that. We have our own opinion now. We've drawn a conclusion,
Mhm.
and we would love for people to prove us wrong. But you don't have to talk to us.
Mm-mm.
Go find who I'm talking to here. I'm talking to the guilty party
There you go.
or parties.
Yeah. Right.
Go talk to a good defense attorney. A good defense attorney would love to have this case.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a charge to it, well, we'll take up money. We don't have the money. I was going to say we'll pay for it. We ain't got no money to pay for nothing, but we'll get a collection and pay for the attorney fees to have Sebastian back.
Yeah.
I think a good defense attorney would do it for free,
Mhm.
just to get Sebastian back and do his part or her part for.
to get closure. Yeah. Oh.
Does it weigh on them that they are also causing that person's soul to be in jeopardy because of what they did or are doing? If two people's involved and only one of them did it, does it weigh on them that you're going to cause that person to go to hell the rest of eternity, to be in hell because they stuck up for you like that?
Mhm.
How can you prove your love for somebody any more than that?
Yeah. Oof.
And that person for covering them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Song comes to mind. We can't play it. We can't play it. We was going to play. Oh Lord, I'm drawing a
It's
blank.
it was
Song they sang. Billy Graham sings
Yeah.
at the end of his thing.
come as is it
Come
just
as you are?
Just come as I am.
Is it really worth getting away with murder or homicide or death or
Mhm.
manslaughter or recklessness or
Mhm.
negligence or spend eternity
Okay.
in hell? Is it really worth it? And you know that song, it says one dark blot. The second verse, one dark blot. This is a dark blot in somebody's life. This is a dark blot. You know, somewhere through here, Sheila will show or has shown, we found a plaque. We were going through Josh and them's garbage. Go ahead, babe. Tell it.
Yeah, when we went out back of their home there, their trailer, Fred found these plaques that were thrown out in the trash, and he would read them, and then he placed them on their back porch because he said he felt
And
like
you know, the
they needed
one
to
was
go away.
Matthew 7:7. She'll post it about right here. Matthew 7:7. Ask and it will be given. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will
Shall be
open.
Yeah.
Matthew 7:7. Imagine all the Bible verses in the Bible. And that Bible verse was thrown away in a pile of garbage. We were looking through the garbage not for Jaden. We was looking for clues. Something else that may have been in there. Medicine bottles, anything. We could have come across anything, but we found that. Seek and ye shall find. Keep on seeking, people. Keep on asking questions. Keep on.
Yep.
Because we think that one dark blot that somebody has got on their heart is going to be the key here. We think instead of being mean to people, talking bad to people, let's kill them with love. Kill them with love. Kill them with prayer. Well, let's don't use the word kill.
But yeah.
Kill them with kindness.
They know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm getting to. When you was a kid and people would say, your grandma would say, oh, don't be mean to them. Just kill them with kindness. Catch more bees with honey than vinegar.
That's right.
We sure haven't done no good with vinegar. No YouTuber, no newscast, nobody, no investigators has done any good with vinegar. Let's use some honey. Let's use some kindness and say, guys, we'd like to bring that little boy home.
Yes, Lord.
One dark blot on their heart right now, on somebody's heart.
Somebody's got the weight of the world.
Why let it go any longer? Come clean, call the police, confess, and then ask for forgiveness. Now, you can do that. You can call the police. You can do that. I don't look for nobody to do that. I think they're too smart for that. People's been around too long.
Yeah.
You don't have to call the police. Call you a good defense attorney. Let's make a deal. Take care of yourself. I don't care. Give us Sebastian. Give us Sebastian. Give the world, the United States. He forgave the thief on the cross.
Yeah.
He'll forgive you. But first, you've got to ask forgiveness and you've got to do the right thing. Do you know, and I don't want to get on this topic because this is a big topic and we're trying to stick with Jaden or Sebastian. I'm sorry, but we have been through a lot, guys. We're old. We got a lot on our minds.
Yeah. It's all good. No worries.
Well, I've lost my train of thought.
Talking
now.
about
so much on my mind. Thief on the cross, ask forgiveness.
Yeah.
You guys ever thought about why is S-side? I'm going to say it one time. Why is suicide? Everybody says that's not forgivable. Why is that? Because we didn't ask forgiveness for it. Because we've done it. You can't commit an offense, a crime, a this and that, and then ask forgiveness.
Right.
because you're deceased. Now, you can ask forgiveness for this, but you've got to make it right. You've got to make it right first. You've got to confess.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
first, you
agree.
have to make amends. First, you have to tell where Sebastian is.
Right.
Let all of his family mourn him
Yes.
properly.
Get a
Let
closure.
us give him a proper burial.
Yep.
Not necessarily us, but the United States.
Right. The
Sebastian's
families,
family.
for the world. Yeah. Like you
It's
said.
time, you know. It's time. And you know it's time. Do the right thing. I'm sorry to have to read, guys, but Sheila and I have talked about this. We've prayed about it.
Yes. If you need to make a deal with the authorities to protect the other person, that's just fine. We just want Sebastian, like he said.
Listen here.
For two or more involved, one will talk.
Sometimes. Most of the time, if the deal's good enough or if they fall out, they break
Get
up,
upset.
they
Mhm.
get upset with each other, whether it's friends, family, marriages, it don't matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People are more forgiving than you think, but first you have to make amends and correct your wrong and then ask forgiveness. All have sinned and come short. Guys, ever who's listening out there, if you had anything to do with this, thank you, Lord, that's all of it. I'm sure
Yes.
you are thanking the Lord right now that's all of it, to quit from listening to me. But
No, we just pray that if anybody out there, whoever has done this, that you please come forward and tell the truth, give the family closure, give yourself some rest from this, because I can't imagine going through life knowing that you've done this and you're worried every day. Is this the day that?
is this the day you're going to die? Is this the day that you're going to go to judgment?
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're saying too, babe. I agree
Yes.
with what you're saying.
Yes.
Where I'm trying to cover all bases here. So guys, we're trying to if you haven't figured it out, we're trying to put a guilt trip on you. God has told us that everything else has been tried. People's not going to break. I don't know who it is.
No,
if it's the family, if it's somebody that we've never even looked at, we don't know who it is.
Right.
But we have been burdened to say, hey, you're tough. Nobody's broke. You got away with it. Now, how big a person are you? How big a person are you? How big is our God? Can he burden your heart so bad
he can send you
with guilt?
Mm-hmm.
What, babe?
He can send you with convictions. He can lay them on you so thick and heavy that you can't withstand it.
And that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying. We're not trying to threaten you with jail. We're not trying to threaten you with taking your
freedom or whatever.
Freedom. Thank you, babe.
Mm-hmm.
We're begging.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video here. And like you said before, if you have any questions that you'd like for us to ask in case they decide to give us an interview, please put it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll catch you on the next one. God bless. Bye.